Hey, y'all, it's Casey Hope from Pizzazz Art Studio, and we are back for another 10-minute challenge. Y'all know I love showing you ways to get creative in just 10 minutes or less. So this month we are doing these neon watercolors. If you are in our kids club, in our Libby's Art Box fundraiser, we are using these neon watercolors in all of our projects over there, and we're using our neons in our YouTube videos this month. So if you don't know what Libby's Art Box is, check it out. We send you these fun color palettes to your doorstep with step-by-step videos. It's really fun for all ages. So do check that out. If you've got these neons, you're going to love doing this too. So I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. We're going to see if we can draw and paint a little citrus watercolor picture in 10 minutes or less. I know we can. And if we do, one of you is going to get to win a little prize. Every month we like to pick somebody out from the comments. All you got to do is like the video, leave us a comment, and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Okay, here we go. Setting my timer for 10 minutes. And let's roll. I'm on watercolor paper. I've got my pencil, and I'm first going to just do some big curves. Big curves for the fruit. We're just doing big kind of overlap. All right, I'm actually going to take myself out of the camera and lower everything down so that you can get a really good shot. All right, so I've drawn that. Now I'm going to just put this is kind of already got that on there, a little bit of the border here just for that outer rim. And then just very loose center, and almost like they're the slices, but they're really just shape. Okay, so we're not trying to have perfect anything. We are just putting in shape that represents slices in our fruit. So again, they're kind of these triangle-y shapes. Not perfect at all. These maybe will just kind of come from the corner. Okay, so as you can see, I just, threw some stuff on. Now, I will say, these are almost touching. This has got this space in there. I'm not loving that space. I think it's like a lot of empty space. So I'm thinking I could just erase and do the whole thing, or I'm looking on my desk, see if I can find a Sharpie, which I think I can. I can just add like some fun lettering right there in the middle. So I might just do like a yum. Right. Well, we've done yum before. What can I do? Yum, fun. I'm just gonna do fun. Okay, so since I made this last minute decision to do my lettering, I am going to have to use a Sharpie on this because I can't use a marker that will bleed when I add the water to it. I'm about to paint this with watercolor. So if I'm painting water on it and I had a water soluble marker, that would not be good. It would turn gray everywhere. Now I could wait until everything's dry, like this is dry, and come back on top. But since I'm trying to show you how to do this in 10 minutes or less, I want to go ahead and finish the whole thing. It would take longer to wait for this to dry than 10 minutes. All right, so again, if you're like, okay, so why are you lettering when you didn't letter on this one? Simply because I ran into a design issue where I had all this empty space here, and I could either erase and redraw, which would have been fine to do, or something else to kind of figure out how I was going to fill that space. So I chose to do the lettering. All right, so here we go. I'm going to start with my yellow. I'm going to add some water to my neon yellow, and in several of these areas, let's see, hang tight. I'm looking for a different brush. This brush is kind of flimsy. Okay, it doesn't have to be a super nice brush, but I did want it to be a little more firm than that one. All right, so I've got my yellow. I do a little bit of the yellow down here, not on the outer rim or the slices, but just kind of this outer part. we like to show you that you can just sit down and create, and it doesn't have to take a ton of time, because that is one of those excuses, one of those stinking thinking things that will come into your brain that will stop you from doing something that you really enjoy. If you love doing art, which we hear this from a lot of people, they love it and they have that mentality of, I just don't have time. Well, that's true if you're thinking that art has to take a lot of time, that I totally get. You probably don't have time. But I wanted to show you that it does not have to take a ton of time. You can get creative. You can get the benefits of peace and play. That's what we call doing art and lettering. It's peaceful just because it lowers anxiety, calms your nervous system, and then it's playful because you are, experimenting with new tools and paint and things maybe that you haven't used before. So it's peace and play, and you can get that in just 10 minutes. Believe it or not. All right, so I'm going to put this light green. I'm going to come back and do some of the dark green as well. Now, if you don't have these neons, you can substitute this for any colors. I just love the neons. They're so just fun, really. You see how I'm painting right on top of my Sharpie, and it's totally fine. It's not bleeding. That's because it is a waterproof marker. If I had a Crayola marker, like a washable marker, that would be bleeding all over the place. I'm going to go ahead. I probably need to wait until this dries a little bit to put this dark green in, but I'm just going to try. Oh yeah, it's kind of working there. I can still layer more later. Notice I'm just kind of layering the green, the darker green on top of the lighter green, but I'm not taking it everywhere. I'm just kind of putting it in a few places. All right, now let's see. I'm going to take one of these lighter oranges and just kind of quickly lay this in that background. Then there's two pinks here. So I'm going to go to this first pink. And then touch a little bit of the dark pink. And there we go. Look at our timer, y'all. What does it say? We still got like 3 minutes left. So bam, we did it. We did it in less than 10 minutes. And that means we drew it, we painted it, we problem solved when it didn't quite fill the format like we wanted to. We added some lettering. We thickened the downstroke on the lettering, and we still have time to spare. So, like I said, it does not have to take long to create a little bit of art, to get that peace and play into your everyday. So hopefully this inspired you just to pick up some paper, maybe some paints. Even if you don't have these exact same paints, grab what you got and just simply create. All right, y'all, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment and like this video if you want to be in the drawing for one of our prizes. All right, y'all, see ya.